All right, welcome in Disaster Zone. Shane's not even here, and I can't get on time. I don't even know if this is the right one. Wait, no, I think this is the right feed. What the hell's going on? Welcome in, latest episode of that SEC. Know the name of the damn show. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. But hey, Shade's still on vacation, so just solo here. But I got a really good interview with our good friend Clark Brooks, SEC Stat Cat. He's been on the show a couple times before, and we had a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna give you some news items around the SEC, and then we're gonna call it. And then I'll upload. It's already uploaded. I just got to publish the SEC Stat Cat. So still getting a normal length show. It's just kind of two links if that makes sense. I don't even know if anybody can see this or anybody can hear this, but I don't know what is going on. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. There we go. Damn it. Well, all right. Now I'm having to do this from my phone. I can see the comments on the phone, but I cannot see them on the computer. So this is going great. But hey, shout out, cousin JR. I am able to see you gifted 5 memberships. What a legend. What a damn legend that man is. He shows up. Think about it. Cousin JR shows up more for this show than damn cousin Shane. But shout out cousin Shane down in Orlando. Let's see who got memberships thanks to cousin JR. Cousin Mike, Larby, Brian Gates, Brock Schaefer, Ben Kerr, Justice Served. You've all been served memberships thanks to the legend JR. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So again, I'm going to try to respond to as many comments as I can, but for some reason I can't see them on the computer. We got to get this fixed. This is too many of you show up for all these technical issues day in and day out. So I do apologize for that. I don't really know what to say other than I'm not the one. But hey, on with the show. Last opportunity for anybody interested to check out our friends over at MyBookie. MyBookie, the online sports book, of course. Promo code that SEC. Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Kansas City's only a 1-point favorite over the Philadelphia Eagles, so should be a hell of a game. I can't recall a time when the point spread for a damn Super Bowl was only 1 point or damn near a pick 'em, but that's where we're at. So this should be a good time. So if you haven't already, you want to wager on the Super Bowl, head on over to mybookie.ag. That's the website. Promo code that SEC. They'll take care of you over at MyBookie. All right, so how about this? This is what I was. This is wild. This is wild. I know we got some dogs in here, but have you guys heard? Because this is totally new to me. I don't know when this came about. I don't think it's officially a state law in Georgia, but it's soon to be something called the Kirby Smart Bill. Because Georgia didn't win a national championship 2 years in a row. We got to change the damn rules to college football. I'm kidding. Not the rules for college football, but the rules in the state of Georgia are in the works to be amended to be on a more competitive scale thanks to this Kirby Smart Bill. So if you haven't heard about this, this is amazing. This is the epitome of SEC football right here. Shout out to the Georgia Senate. They are currently in the works of making a new law that says Georgia athletes will not have to pay any taxes on NIL payments they receive. So it's a break for guys, particularly in the high end. If you're making $1 million plus, the more money you make, essentially, the more this would help you. So this is only going to help high end football, basketball. I would think. I mean, I don't think maybe baseball. I don't think baseball guys get that much money. But again, shout out Georgia. You don't win the national championship 2 years in a row, and according to this bill or the people sponsoring it down in Georgia, they have taken notice that the state of Texas, the state of Tennessee, I believe the state of Florida too, there's no income tax, no state income tax. So this this NIL bill, which again is literally I think it's called the Kirby Smart bill is what it's being called down there. Is amazing. Athletes will not have to pay for their income tax for NIL money. So I just think that's hilarious, but it's smart too because these are the programs you're competing against: Texas, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Florida. Maybe not Tennessee and Florida so much on the field, but in the realm of NIL, you are competing with these programs. So that's what's at stake with this Kirby Smart bill. Again, it's not officially law yet. We know Missouri has changed their state laws to help Missouri get student athletes paid. I think even before they get to campus. So we applaud Missouri for doing that. I'm going to applaud Georgia for doing this too, because in the end, it's players that are making high income to not get taxed as much. And there's still such a thing as a Kirby Smart discount, which we'll get to in just a second. But this is, when you have $1 million or more on the table, and we're talking, I mean, I shouldn't, but I can't do taxes. I have people do it for me. But we're talking tens of thousands of dollars potentially that this could save high end prospects. And here's one that I don't know that it was. We can't say it was all money, but he's kind of saying it himself. So Justice Terry, 5-star, that Texas landed. A lot of people thought he was going to go to Georgia, and I believe he's from Georgia. And according to Chad Simmons, does a hell of a job for On3. Why Texas over Georgia, the home? I mean, most kids I would think in Georgia grow up wanting to be Bulldogs. Well, according to Justice Terry, I got the image up here. I don't know how else to say it, but straight up a better NIL package. So there's your evidence right there. If there's any Georgia senators, state senators, or what have you, that don't want to pass this Kirby Smart bill, I'd pull up that tweet right there and say, "Hey, we're getting outbid by Texas, and they're potentially our biggest threat now in the SEC. We just played them in the SEC championship game. You enjoyed beating them, didn't you? Well, you're going to have to pass this bill." So I just think that is hilarious. But again, that is SEC football recruiting at its finest. And then some more about these classes. This was a really interesting article. I recommend everybody go check it out. Pete Dankos. I don't think we've ever actually had him on the show, but I've had discussions with him. We're going to try to get him in at some point. But he did a whole article over at On3 on NL collectives and talked to people anonymously so they would give him accurate information. And some of this stuff is fascinating. So one of the big questions in that article, who paid the most? Now that Wednesday was National Signing Day, these things are popping up. Who paid the most for their signing class this cycle? The number one team referenced? Texas. So, hey, it's all legal. There's nothing wrong with this, but that was the name that came up the most. Texas A&M was often referenced as well. Texas and Texas A&M. It's going to be a bidding war down there as long as those two fan bases are trying to reach and win a national championship. And how about this? Tennessee was the third most mentioned SEC program in terms of NIL spending on this fourth one may surprise you, but it probably shouldn't based on how well they did in recruiting. But the fourth one was Auburn. So again, and these are not, I don't think, like exact figures or anything like that. But oh, holy smokes! Speaking of figures, we just got 10 memberships gifted. Whoa! Shout out, Horton hears you. I hope you can hear me. I don't know that you can hear or see any of this, but shout out. Ooh, people can give gifts now too, huh? Uh, sorry. Shout out Michael Jensen, Will Dewey, ETV, Marcus Roberts, Lamu Jones, Rusty Bridges, Matthew J, Cam, Brodo Baggins, Brodo, what up? And Peabody, aka P Dash. You've all been gifted memberships thanks to Horton hears you, which I don't even know if he can hear me, but that is very generous of you. We appreciate you, brother. But man, 15 memberships gifted. We're gonna have to do something nice for these folks that keep doing all this stuff. That's amazing. Maybe all these people live in Georgia, and now with this Kirby Smart bill, not having to pay state income taxes, they got extra money to throw around, so they're giving out memberships. That's the only thing I can think. But it's pretty surprising, wouldn't it, if Auburn had the fourth highest recruiting budget via NIL in the SEC? It's believable though, because they just signed a top class despite lackluster results on the field, to put it kindly. But then three other schools were mentioned outside of the SEC: Ohio State, Oregon, and Nebraska. So the usual suspects. One thing that was very evident or expressed in the article too, which I thought was interesting, Georgia still gets that Kirby Smart discount, to where maybe that's why you're not hearing their name among the top spenders in NIL, because they still don't have to, and they to still get an elite class. Players want to go play for Kirby Smart because they know they're going to compete and play for championships, and most importantly, they're going to get to the NFL. There's no one in college football right now that can sell that better than Kirby Smart. It was Nick Saban, now it's Kirby. And quite frankly, Kirby's been able to do that for quite a while there. So mm, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And then I thought this was wild too. Who's the highest paid player in the class? Of course, three out of the four people asked said Bryce Underwood, the quarterback that flipped from LSU to Michigan. But one person said Tennessee's offensive tackle David Sanders. So this gives you an indication of what that guy's making there at Tennessee. And again, there are no figures here, but if David Sanders is paid more than Bryce Underwood, that would be a stunning revelation. I don't think it's accurate. But he may be the number two highest paid recruit in the country. That probably is accurate. And then the only other thing I want to share, go read the article, Pete Nankos on three. Read it for yourself. It's really good. So all kinds of nuggets in it. But he asked around, what's it going to cost to get a quarterback year one? And the average response was 1.5 to $2 billion for a first year quarterback. $2 million. That would have seemed ridiculous a couple years ago, but that's what it is now. That's what it is. Hey, shout out cousin Rick. I see cousin Rick. Hopefully you're feeling better, buddy.
Thanks,
Uh,
cuz.
Rick says, miss signing day. Hope every SEC cousin filled their wish list. Love the show. Gig 'em. Beat the hell out of a zoo in basketball. So appreciate you, cousin Rick. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Da, 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 da. And then, hey, how about this? Did you guys see this? The SEC announced just today that they have given out $808 million. Right, all these people that get mad about the players getting paid. I don't hear them crying for the SEC just handed out $808 million to their institutions for the fiscal year, and the 14 schools that were in the SEC for the full year, they got $52.5 million. This money is through TV revenue and for making the bowl games postseason play. That's in NCAA tournament, things of that nature. So 52.5 million to the 14 members that were in the conference all year. Oklahoma and Texas, they get 27.5 million. And it's only that number because Oklahoma and Texas officially joined the SEC July 1st. So moving forward, Oklahoma and Texas get a complete equal share along with the rest of the SEC. And this 808 million does not count a raise that the SEC got for the ESPN contract. Remember in the fall, all the games were on ABC or ESPN. So that technically they're getting that money already, but that won't count till the next fiscal year. So these numbers are going to skyrocket even more, probably closer to 70 million per SEC school. So yeah, Texas chick, what a comment. 808 million, but can't afford replay systems, worth of crap. Exactly. What the hell are we doing with all this money? What are we doing sitting on this damn Bunny. Jack Burton says, "Mike, hand me that Aggie towel back here. I need to use the bathroom." All right. Hey, one other thing. I mean, hell, we're a basketball show now. I mean, not really, but we are having fun covering it. Basketball. There was some great action yesterday. Shout out Tennessee for taking down Missouri. I wanted to share the latest ESPN bracketology from old Joe Lunardi over here because man, the SEC is kicking ass in college basketball. We're far and away the best conference this season. Here's your latest evidence. It is already February, and according to Joe Lunardi, ESPN bracketology, SEC would have three number one seeds, three of the top four seeds in the projected NCAA tournament. Auburn, number one overall. Alabama, number two overall. Tennessee, number four overall. That would be amazing. Again, we still got 5-6 weeks, what have you, of regular season, but this, we're getting close to the end here, and the SEC is still dominating. Number two seeds in the field, we got Florida as the 6th seed, A&M as the 8th. So those teams, both of them, could work their way potentially up to a 1 seed. Just got, they have to knock out a team or two in front of them. We have a number 4 seed, Kentucky, 15th overall, with Ole Miss just outside at number 20, according to bracketology here. Last 4 buys, we got Georgia still in the field. Last 4 in, we got Vanderbilt still in the field. And oh, buddy, look there. Next, first 4 out, we got them Arkansas Razorbacks rising the charts. John Calipari going to be doing his magic once again, where his team kind of sucks, and then they catch fire at the tail end of the season. I mean, Arkansas's won back-to-back road games at Kentucky, and then last night at Texas. John Calipari is doing the horns down on TV. It was a thing of beauty. But could Arkansas work their way into the NCAA tournament? Right now, the SEC's got 13 teams, according to Joe Lunardi, projected to make the NCAA tournament. So could they get 14? Probably couldn't get 14, but maybe Arkansas can knock someone else out. That would be a thing of beauty, if you ask me. And then here's what we got Saturday's action. I mean, look at this damn slate. If you ain't watching college basketball, it may be time for you to get into it. We got number 6 Florida at number 1 Auburn. We got number 10 A&M at number 15 Mizzou. Number 3 Alabama at Arkansas. There'll be a huge, huge opportunity for them Razorbacks to make their case that they deserve to be in the NCAA field. So all of a sudden, that game's got major implications. Night game there in Fayetteville. Number 4 Tennessee at Oklahoma. Oklahoma, that could be a signature win for them if they can knock off Tennessee. South Carolina at number 14 Kentucky. Number 22 Mississippi State on the road at Georgia. Both those teams, that'll be a big game for seeding and for Georgia to stay in the field. Number 25 Ole Miss at LSU, and Texas at Vanderbilt. Man, getting fired up. I'm getting fired up. Not as fired up as I would for football, but this is highly entertaining, and this is giving us something to talk about, something to hang out with here as we get into this is the worst time right now for college football, but we got spring football right around the corner. Even though it sounds like Texas is not going to do a spring game now, this is catching on. Damn, Nebraska started a domino effect. It's not official yet, but Steve Sarkisian reportedly does not want to do a spring game. All I remember is Arch Manning lighting it up and starting the Arch hype down there for last spring game. Why would we want to take that away? Don't take it away from us, Sark. Come on. We don't have much. We need these games. Not really, but I do enjoy watching them, as do the fans, and fans like going to them. So I hope they don't do away with spring games. I think they are getting closer and closer to doing it. But they like that $808 million check, and the SEC network requires them to play something. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But hey, that's pretty much all I got on this episode of the show. I told you it would be a short one, but I'm about to publish an interview with our good friend SEC StatCat. So stay tuned for that. A really good interview where we talk about impact transfers across the SEC. Some of the bigger quarterbacks, like would you rather have Jackson Arnold or John Mateer? Would you rather have DJ Lagway or Lenore Sellers? Who's a better coach, Shane Beamer, Eli Drinkowitz? Who's a better coach, Lane Kiffin or Brian Kelly? These are the things we talked about with our friend Clark Brooks, SEC StatCat. So, like I said, apologies for the technical difficulties. I hate doing these shows solo. I think you guys hate listening to them. We all hate it when Cousin Shane ate here, especially me. But I do appreciate hanging out with you guys, and I hope you appreciate that. We show up and try to give you guys the latest, greatest, and yeah, that's all I got. So hey, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the Super Bowl. Cousin Shane will be back before you know it. We got some great ideas. He's at an alligator farm right now. Can't make that up. He is literally at an alligator farm filming content that he's going to put on the channel. So stay tuned for that. I think he's making a video of going to Disney, which I think that entails him eating a lot of overpriced food and overpriced beer. So be on the lookout for that. That's just a little teaser of what's to come. But hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll be back. Actually, I think we'll be back before then. We'll probably be back with Marler for an SEC power ranking show on Sunday. But until then, that's going to do it for this episode. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, buddy, this beer's for you, Mike, and Cousin Shane. That SEC podcast loves the Pirate, and the Pirate loves that SEC podcast. Hail State.